overlooking the Aquadome. I thought I want to get something about as scenic as I could get. And I know it's like, I wish there was more lighting here on me, but I think you're all here to really hear what I have to say. And of course, see this amazing view behind me, then worry about what I look like. So no worries at all. Thank you for joining us here. And we are here a little earlier than usual, so apologies for switching that up. But as you can tell, I am going to the Empire Supper Club for dinner tonight. So I got to look my best, and I also got to be on time. So glad to have you guys here. We're going to answer your Royal Caribbean Cruise question, starting with the most important question. How many days until your next Royal Caribbean Cruise? Type your countdown in chat. Let's count down together. My next week on Icon of the Seas. That feels good to say. I like that. We had some super chats before the broadcast began, starting with Miller Time. Miller Time says, I'm doing a back-to-back West Coast Alaska cruise. Can I bring the allowance of soda and bottles for wine for both cruises on the first embarkation day? Probably. Obviously, make sure you reset sail pass for the other one to let them know that. But I feel like, in generally speaking, that should be fine. Jilly Chili 1228, thank you for the super chat. 89 days till the boyfriend and I go on Symphony, and 369 days till Icon. Need recommendations on what to do in Curacao. Thanks for your Icon coverage and all. You're very welcome. So what to do in Curacao? I like doing a combination day. I like walking off the ship, going into the downtown area, because you can walk right into downtown very easily from your ship, do some shopping, have lunch, and then take a taxi to a beach. Mambo Beach is what I recommend, so I would do that. And Fenway Chris, thank you for the super chat. Can you request the same main dining room and table assignment you had on the same ship from a previous cruise ahead of time? No, you cannot. You can certainly, once you get on board the ship, go down on embarkation day and ask for that, but I'm not aware of a mechanism to do that in advance. So there you go. We had some more super chats coming in. Let me catch up on those. Nicole Lombardi. Nicole, thank you for the super chat. 62 days till Mariner of the Seas. Nice. Love Mariner. Was just on here before I was on here on Icon. Mr. Hart, 5105, thank you for the super chat. 122 days of Symphony. We have My Time Dining reservation set. We prefer sitting just the two of us. With My Time Dining, is it necessary to ask for a table of two on the first day, or will they seat you us alone automatically? Good question. They won't do it automatically. So if you'd like to sit alone, that's totally fine. When you check in, let them know, and they'll do their best to accommodate you. You may have to wait a little bit longer, but they'll probably get you something. William, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Appreciate you. 18 days until Navigator of the Seas. Thank you for all your help. You are very welcome. Thank you so much for your generosity. I appreciate you. And of course, we're here to answer your cruise questions, guys. So please feel free to type your questions in chat. Let's answer as many as we can today. I do have a hard stop. I set my alarm on my phone. I got to be down at the Supper Club promptly at 6:30 sharp. So Jeff Burns, hello and welcome. Good to have you here. Scott Lara's boarding tomorrow. Nice. We got some people going on Voyager. I love this. 20 days till Wonder, 12 days till Navigator. Fantastic. You guys don't need to see me. You don't want to see me. You want to see all this. Trust me. Like, the fact that I'm in the shadows, it's irrelevant. As long as you can hear me right there, that's all that matters. But I believe it or not, I did not bring stand-up lighting for myself to do that. Here, I can do this. Best I can do. Is this better? I don't think so. Yeah, if I put it right in front of my face, it's great. You don't need to see me. Trust me. Is Coco Key air balloon down? It's down. It was super windy today. Ryan wants to know, is the Icon sailing at capacity? And if not, it's not. We're sailing about 4,500 people. How long will they sail at a lower capacity? I'm not sure. Remember, there's double occupancy and there's full occupancy. Royal doesn't ever publish those numbers, so it's like impossible to know the answer to that question without literally being on every single sailing and figuring it out, of course. Frank Rowe, have you heard if the rooms will be available at boarding time on Inaugural? I've not heard anything, but Frank, the day before there's no cruise. They're doing two preview sailings. Number one, next one begins tomorrow. And then there's a day in between. And on that day, there's not a sailing. So I would say there's a pretty good chance, but I can't promise you with any kind of certainty. Let's see here. Mrs. Maria just came back from the Caribbean cruise Saturday. First cruise was amazing. Nice. Fantastic. Tim, what night is formal night on a 6-night cruise? It depends. It's hard to tell. Depends on the itinerary. There's no guaranteed way to know about it. We are on Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas. I'm in the Aquadome. This is the overlook over here. Are they going to have any special soda cups for the first sailing? I don't know. Do you know if the casino is smoke-free? It is definitely not smoke-free. Neil, 5 Days of Harmony question. Is the inside of Harmony a lot bigger than Adventure of the Seas? Well, I notice a big difference. Yes, absolutely. You're going to notice a huge difference. It's going to be night and day, quite frankly. I regret not getting a cup of water right now. Can you tape a Ocean View handicapped accessible cabin? I can't, Lisa. Number one, those rooms aren't available. All the rooms aren't available to look at anymore. And number two, I'm not sure that cabin was available in the first place. They only have a subset of cabins that you can go to. So, yeah. You are very backlit. Yeah. I wanted to give you guys the view. You don't want to see, like, why do you guys care if you can see me? You want to see this. And more importantly, you're here to, like, hear questions and answers. So I might as well wear a bag over my head. I don't think it matters that much. But if you want a boring view, I can turn the camera around and then I can have, there's nothing interesting to look at over there. Chris, thank you for the super chat, buddy. 54 days till Explorer of the Seas. Awesome. Thank you for the super chat. Carrie, what's your thoughts on the adults area being swapped on Icon? I think it's an improvement. I thought Cloud 17 was a little drab, a little like, okay, there's a pool we got here on the side of the ship. I like I always thought the Hideaway looked really like a really cool area. I thought it was going to skew adult anyway. But I do like the change. I think that just the vantage point, having that area is really nice. I wish there was more shade, but overall, I'm happy with the trade. Danette, yes, I am on the Icon of the Seas. Big guy, what's the difference between Icon and Wonder, which you like better? Well, I haven't really sailed on a real sailing yet, but the entertainment, some of the venues, different neighborhoods, there's a lot. We're actually going to do an article about this, maybe a video as well, detailing it. But do I like it better than Wonder? I'm not sure yet, honestly. It's a really good question. I obviously love some of the changes that Royal Caribbean has done with Icon, but I'm not ready to declare a new favorite ship by any means. Let's see here. James, thank you for the super chat. Just got off a 4-day Disney cruise, 48 days till Ovation. Thanks for all your coverage on Icon of the Seas. You are very welcome. Thank you, James, for your generosity. Ashley, I'm going on Icon. What is the price of the drinks? I think that's I think you mean package, I'm going to assume. There's no drink packages to purchase on this sailing. When you get on the inaugural, you can ask me again next week, Ashley, and I'll have an answer for you. Is there stone crab in the Windjammer each sailing? No. Obviously, if you're referring to the photos I posted of the Windjammer buffet on this cruise, it's a preview sailing. They do it up for preview sailings. So no, I would not expect that for every cruise by any means. Ashley wants to know, do you have any tips for saving money traveling to the cruise because flights and hotels add up? Good question. Number one, if at all possible, credit card points are a great way to redeem for air travel. It's one of the best ways you can use your credit card points. Not everyone can necessarily benefit from that because obviously you need to have good credit, pay off your balances, all that. But if you can, credit card points is wonderful. For hotels, I like Priceline Express deals where I say I want to stay in this area of the city and I want like 4 stars or higher. You can usually find a pretty good deal using that. But airline miles, airline points, credit card points, that's when you want to redeem those for that type of travel. It's fantastic. Sarah, I've heard the beds are really firm on Independence. It's subjective, Sarah. I enjoy the beds. I don't find it. I mean, they're not like plush, like you're going to fall into them. I think they do skew a little firm, but it doesn't bother me. I think it's actually a benefit. I enjoy the beds on Indy. We were on Indy a couple months ago. Had no problem sleeping at all. Is the drink package worth it? It certainly can be. Yes. It depends on you and your propensity to drink, but I think it can absolutely be worthwhile. The Teresa McChain is here. Hello, Teresa. Kara wants to know, which ships do you think will be amplified next? I think the ships that missed amplifications last time around: Liberty, Allure, Adventure, Explorer. Not necessarily in that order, but something like that. Alicia, thank you for the super chat. How is Fort Lauderdale port? Easy, great. It's a wonderful port. I'm going to Odyssey in 40 days to have early check-in, but I have mobility issues, a little concerned about parking. Parking is pretty easy. The nice thing is if you get in Terminal 18, there's a surface lot, which is fantastic. If you can park there, it's great, but it's like easy peasy. If not, there is a parking garage, and there's a complimentary shuttle bus that can get you over there. And I'm certain they have handicap parking. Chris, have you seen the thermal spa yet? Yes, and Chris, we're posting. We've recorded the entire ship tour. It is mostly ready. We're either going to publish it tonight or probably tomorrow morning because the internet. It is a feature film length ship tour. I'm not kidding. Anyway, we do have that in there. You'll be able to see it. Anyway, worst case, Chris, tomorrow morning it'll be out. Michael S. wants to know, am I going to buy the chalice from Royal Bling, which I can see right over there? And the answer is no. Believe it or not, I don't have six figures. If somebody wants to donate $100,000 in a super chat, sure, I'll go do it. But I don't think you can do that, and I wouldn't recommend doing that. But no. Tony, I'm going to Empire Supper Club. I left my invitation in the room. But I'm going there for dinner tonight. So that's why I'm glad I brought a jacket and a tie. I don't think you need the tie, but the jacket I needed. Anyway, going to try that out. We also have it booked for the inaugural sailing, so we'll compare and contrast on that. Next question is from that girl, Shasha. I'm sailing to Utopia, second sailing, but there's no update. I only see icon. There's no coverage of the ship at all. Correct. Because in the world of marketing, you're focused on what's hot and new now. They don't want you to be oh, I'm going to look at that ship in July and I don't care about what's happening now. They want you focused on what's happening now. And then when we get closer to July, May or so, then they start focusing on that ship. In the meantime, they want you focused on icon. It's all marketing. That's the reason why. Nick, what are you looking forward to at dinner? A lot of people have told me that the Chilean sea bass is fantastic, so I can't wait to try that out myself. Hack, can you wear shorts in the main dining room? Long time no see. Thanks for being here, Hack. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for stopping by. Lisa wants to know, will the Windjammer have the same food as other ships? Knows that they have filet mignon, lobster. That was for the previous sailing, Lisa. I'm sure it'll be back to normal for regular sailings. They do that for media cruise. They want to impress the travel agents and the board members and the media that are here. It's pretty typical than what we've seen. Brian wants to know, did you go to Hideaway Beach today? What did you think? Yes, I did. I went to Hideaway Beach. I have photos of it. We'll probably do an article tomorrow at Royal Caribbean Blog. And don't worry, we're doing a full video tour as well. We're doing an entire tour of not only Hideaway Beach, we're doing a whole video tour of Coco Key. We need an updated one for you guys. So we're getting all that. Anyway, Hideaway Beach was absolutely phenomenal. I really loved it. It's big. They basically took the best parts of Coco Key. They took Oasis Lagoon, Coco Beach Club's beach, and their infinity pool, and the food around the island, put it into one area. It's a real home run. I think it's well worth the admission cost, especially considering that the price for the Hideaway Beach has gone down a lot recently. Steve, thank you for the super chat. Any changes or updates to the kids team program on Icon? Nope. I did not see any changes there. No changes to playmakers either. It's a little bit, the space is bigger, Steve. The only thing I really noticed that was different is in both Team Club and Adventure Ocean, there are touch tunes in there. Other than that, it just looks like a very nice and larger Adventure Ocean space. Next question. Has the internet improved, or is it just better streaming because you're Dr. Coco Key? I think it's two things, Jeff. One, I'm standing still, so I'm not moving around. I'm not changing Wi-Fi repeaters along the way. Number two, I happen to be in an area that has underutilized internet, perhaps, So I was talking actually to Royal Caribbean. I said, listen, I love Icon, but the internet so far has been, and they said, yeah, we know there's an issue we're working through. By the inaugural sailing, it'll be fixed. In the meantime, it's already better. So I think that's part of the equation, quite frankly. Is Icon coming to Boston anytime soon? I'm going to say almost 0% chance of that happening. Andy, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. I don't see a message from you here. Fenway Chris, go Yankees. I had a choice of Radiance Serenade for an upcoming last cruise and chose Radiance. Did I select the better option? No, I like Serenade a little bit better. Its configuration is, I like their pub better. It's very minute things, but you didn't choose poorly with Radiance. I just prefer Serenade. So it's really, Chris, honestly, don't overthink it. Like, it's not that big of a deal difference, quite frankly. Thank you. Israel, we have a 3-night dining on April 20th. Icon, what would Matt choose the 3 must-dos on Icon? Hibachi. I haven't done Empire Supper Club yet, so it's hard for me to know, but hibachi. I'm gonna say chops. The new menu is really nice. And I'm gonna say I gotta leave the last one out. I don't know if it's Empire Supper Club. I don't know if it's going to be another restaurant I can't think of right at Pier 7. That was the one I was trying to think of. So I'll give you 2 out of 3, and that's not bad. Melissa, does Icon have any movie screens around the pool? They do not, actually. That's kind of a surprise. Teresa Harrison. Teresa, thank you for the super chat. 90 Days Till Anthem. Is Anthem noticeably different in size from Independence? Yes. It's significantly larger and newer, quite frankly. Philip, thank you for the super chat. Hi, Matt. Thanks for all the content. 26 Days Till Icon. What's your favorite new bar and or drinks on Icon? Dude, Dueling Pianos. That place is amazing. A lot of fun, a lot of energy. Went there last night. Definitely my new favorite bar. Favorite drink? Great question. I've actually not drank a lot. I've had very little alcohol. It's a professional event, and so I'm not drinking that much. But I'm gonna give you something really basic, Philip. But they have Lagunitas IPA beer on tap around the ship, and I like that a lot because Royal Caribbean's beer selection has always been pretty poor. June, if you're sailing from Port Miami, should you stay at the South Beach or near the airport? Whichever's cheaper. I mean, it depends also what you want to do. If you're by the airport, you're probably not doing anything. South Beach, you can walk around and do a little bit more. That's your call. I bet you South Beach will be more expensive than the airport. So, if you're flying in at like 7 o'clock, stay at the airport. If you're coming in at 9 a.m., stay in South Beach. Michelle Taylor, thank you for the super chat. Mariner of the Seas, 62 days away. Can't wait. Nice. Momo, what is the atmosphere around Hideaway Beach? Is it worth it? It is a party. The DJ plays music out there. It's like Oasis Lagoon meets Cocoa Beach Club in the sense that there's a lot of energy. It's beautiful. Great food. Is it worth it? I think so. I mean, if you can get the Beach Club admission for under $50 a person, not the Beach Club, sorry, the Hideaway Beach for under $50 a person, I think it's well worth it. I really do. I'm not really like the whole no kids thing. That doesn't bother me at all. I think it's an overrated thing. Like you can find plenty of corners of Cocoa Key that have little kids around you. I think what's really impressive, I look at the Hideaway Beach as like another extra cost venue that you can purchase us a lot cheaper than the Cocoa Beach Club. That makes sense. I hope so. We got incoming guys. I don't want to. Tony, man the battle stations. Becky from MEI Travel is coming in here. Although I say I'm going to make fun of her, I really need a glass of water. I got a glass of water. Thank you. All right, I can't be mean. I can't be that mean to her now. I'm dying here, though. I'm dying. I'm going to make some room. James, looking very suave. Thank you. Do you think Royal Caribbean will ever have an all-inclusive fare? I don't. I think there is very, very, very little interest among the cruising public for that. I would love that, but a lot of people don't, because a lot of people don't want to pay for those experiences, because when it's all inclusive, you're paying for it, right? And some people say, well, I don't need internet. I don't need drink package. Some people will. Anyway, long story short, I don't think it's ever going to happen. I don't think the market is there, especially for Royal Caribbean. Sugar in the house. Sugar, my friend, I'm trying to keep up with you, man. You are the best looking man that I've ever met. And I think Crystal agrees with me on that one. Can I find the copy of the menus on Icon? Yeah, I have an article also, Jackson. If you Google Royal Caribbean blog menus, I think you're going to find that article I posted. I've updated at least most of the menus on there, so check that out. Next question. Will I be able to book the Empire Supper Club with the Ultimate Dining discount before we get on board? No, unfortunately not. What's the best way to spend onboard credit? Good question. I'm going between either Wi-Fi or a shore excursion. Or, Sugar, you double it in the casino, right? Because you just go right to that craps table, and the dealer is like, here's your dice, Sugar, and bam, you've doubled your money, right? I mean, that's a surefire bet. I would definitely say a shore excursion or Wi-Fi. I feel like that's going to be a relatively useful, functional upgrade that you probably were going to pay for anyway, but may as well use onboard credit for. Next question. Do packages like drinks and internet seem to cycle with the level of discount, or is it just made a mysterious marketing decision based on percentages? Yeah, it's a little bit of all that, honestly, Steve. It has to do with, oh, thank you, Becky.
Just deliver your water to you, sir.
Thank you. Oh, I was going to make fun of you. Like, I need water so badly.
Yes, you're not making fun of me.
You're on camera over there.
Well, hello. Nice to see everybody from this side rather than the crazy typing that we get to do all the time.
It's so good.
Have you been lacking?
Yeah, no, I just didn't think about it. When I'm at home, I always get a glass of water because I know I need it. And I sat here and I didn't think about it. And then I started about 10 minutes in and I was like, oh, man.
So you look dressed up and ready to go somewhere.
Yes, as do you.
Yes. Where are you going?
Empire Supper Club.
Ooh,
yes.
Nice.
Yes, they all can't believe that I can wear a shirt and tie, but here we are.
He does polish up rather nicely when he wants to.
So, Steve, the cost of the internet and drink package depends on the ship. Older ships is usually cheaper. How long the sailing is, shorter sailings, it's going to be more expensive. And to your point, how booked up it is. If there's a hot amount of demand, prices will go up for it as well. Becky, by the way, before we take a break here, how are you enjoying Icon?
I love this. Are you kidding? We are right over my very favorite place on the ship, which is the Overlook, and the floor-to-ceiling windows and the quiet, and a couple of places to just plug in your laptop.
Yeah.
Come down here, get a cup of coffee, and work
when I started, the sky was I was not being backlit. I was all dark, and they were all complaining. Tony wanted to see my face.
Well,
and I was
like, come on the group cruise.
Yeah, well, you could do that as well. Also, but now it's looking a lot better because of the lighting in here starting to even itself out. But it's a beautiful space.
I have it all of 6 minutes before I get to go to dinner.
Where are you going tonight?
I'm going to the celebration table.
Woo! Fancy.
No. So when we get back,
what are you celebrating?
Dinner with Vicky Freed.
Oh, that's nice.
How about that? That's a great celebration.
It's a tribute to all people, but mostly
Vicky Freed. So we'll have to compare notes when we get back later on tonight.
Absolutely. Andy, thank you for the super chat. What is the closest Royal Caribbean port to Universal? I think Studios, you mean. Port Canaveral would be the closest one. Tampa's like very close, but Canaveral's a little bit closer. Does anyone know if VPNs work with the Wi-Fi and Icon? They do. The issue I've usually found, so it's someone's birthday, is if commercial VPNs work really well, like the private VPNs, the consumer grade ones, can be more hit or miss.
That's a great question. I've never tried it.
Yeah. Beverly, the area you're in looks similar to the Eden on Celebrity Ascent. Did Royal Caribbean copy Celebrity? We love the area on Celebrity. Just wondering. A little bit, right? I mean, I could see the resemblance. It's not quite a copy. I think the Eden is a copy of 270 on Quantum class ships. This is more of just a front-facing panoramic view area, and obviously the vegetation kind of gives it that Eden look. But
reminds me more of 270.
Yeah.
Actually, in the scope
Sure.
and scale.
Yeah, absolutely. Where would you stay in Galveston? I would say somewhere in the Strand, Strand. It's a neighborhood in Galveston. A lot of hotels, a lot of shopping and dining around. It's easy to walk around, so I would stay there. Not at the haunted hotel that Becky stayed at.
I love the haunted hotel, the Galvez, right? Is that right?
The Hotel Galvez. Yep,
Yes.
absolutely. Have I seen Chris Wong? I have. I actually saw Chris. I haven't seen him on this sailing. I've not been in the casino. I know that's amazing.
I've been wondering.
Yeah, it's weird having my money in my pocket the entire time and it not leaving my pocket. Who knew? But I did see, when I was on last week, I saw him, met up, took some photos, but I have not been here. But of course, I'm coming back in a week. So I figured.
I'm sure there'll be time in the casino, plentiful time in the casino during that one.
Jeff wants to know, how's the pub? Pub is fantastic. I like it. It's very open, Jeff. It's not this like cave. It's the layout's really nice. It's actually, and it's like a sort of a blue motif to it. More importantly, Jeff, they have a new kind of tequila on board, sir. Casamigos, which me likey. So we're gonna have to, try that out in the name of research.
And with that, I'm going to depart.
Okay.
So nice to see you.
Enjoy your dinner.
Enjoy your dinner as well.
Thank you.
And
Thank
we'll
you for the
meet up
water.
afterwards.
You're a lifesaver.
You're very
literally.
welcome. See everybody later.
Bye, Becky. All right. How are we doing on time here? We got about 15 more minutes or so. Next question. Scooby, should I stay up until midnight to try and secure the earliest time slot for embarkation? I never do it. I just wait for the morning. And maybe you don't get the 10:30 a.m. slot. Maybe you get the 11 a.m. slot. But like staying up, if you're going to be up to midnight anyway, sure. But I wouldn't go out of my way. I really think that you're okay just doing it later, quite frankly. Jamie, never been on a cruise before. The last 3 years of vacations have been busy touristy areas. Want something more low key. Interesting. I don't want to make it seem like a cruise ship is a yacht or anything like that. I mean, I can understand what you're doing, and it can be more low key. I mean, a cruise is what you make of it. You can run and gun, and you can do a ton of things out here, and really and truly be busy from start to finish. Or you could be like Tony Diaz and wake up in the morning, eat something, take a nap, wake up, eat something, take a nap, and then whatever. But you definitely can have a low-key vacation. That's the nice thing about it. Sometimes you want to go full pace, sometimes not. Let's see here. What is my favorite ship I've been on? Wonder of the Seas by far. Really like that quite a bit. Scary, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Loving your backdrop tonight. Thank you. Odd question. Say you win a Royal Up on the day of the cruise. Can you still cancel the drink package? Probably. I mean, if that were to happen, let's assume, hypothetically, I would imagine if you went straight to guest services on board, you wouldn't be able to do it via the website, but you could do it on board the ship. I would imagine there's a better than average chance if you go there and explain on day one, they would refund it for you. I can't promise you that, but that sounds like a prime example of extenuating circumstances. Shawnee, you mentioned in your past videos about bringing your own toilet paper since toilet paper is not fairly rough. Can you confirm that this is safe for the system? No, it's actually not, and I'm glad you reminded me. Someone informed me, it's a good point. The reason why they have really cheap toilet paper on board is for the system. So yeah, don't bring your own. I thought it was a genius idea, but you might end up clogging the toilet. So yeah, don't be that guy or gal. Ron Ladowski, you are the best looking man in the greater Buffalo area I've ever met. Duncan, thank you for the super chat. 105 days till Oasis. What do you do in Costa Maya? Maya Chan. Google it. Maya Chan, not booked the Royal Caribbean. That's definitely the way to go. Let's see here. Cody, do you think that Royal Caribbean should have an all-inclusive package that's optional instead of it automatically being all-inclusive? What? Are you talking about gratuities? I'm not sure what you mean by the question, quite frankly. Teresa, thank you for the super chat. See you in 5 days. I'm so excited. I can't wait, Teresa. It's going to be amazing. Any news on when we can book our specialty restaurants on the app? Not yet. It'll be sometime this year. When it happens, big guy, I'll report on it, but no updates yet. Do you miss a solarium on Icon? No, but Jeff and Heather, I never was like a solarium guy anyway. So you're asking the wrong person, probably. Kimberly, thank you for the super chat. We're on Icon February 3rd. Do they have WoW Band readers on Icon? They don't. I haven't seen them. I don't think they have them. I'll be surprised if they just show up on the first sailing. I'm sorry I missed your questions for Becky earlier. I should have scrolled faster in the chat. Duncan, thank you for the super chat. Any day pass recommendations for Cozumel? Maya Chan. Maya Chan. You can't book it through Royal Caribbean, but Maya Chan, definitely the way to go. Cruising on Freedom for the first time in September is significantly smaller than... You didn't say which one, so I'm not sure. Jared, is there still room on the group cruise on Icon in June? Yes, please. Book it with MEI Travel, Jared. We'd love to have you there. Here it is. Is Freedom significantly smaller than Alert? Noticeably smaller. Not significantly, noticeably. Kenny says, the lighting makes everything look like a virtual background. Everything I see of this, I do like. The spacing between the places. How busy was Swim Up? Not very busy, but of course, the sailing isn't full yet. So, Kenny, I'm not sure we can really draw many conclusions about how busy things will be. I think the Swim and Tonic Swim Up bar is going to be the busiest bar, pool, whatever you want to call it, on the ship by far. But they made a giant Swim Up bar over at Hideaway Beach, which is really nice. No, I believe it's only on Icon so far. Is soft serve ice cream any good? Yeah, it's included. It's really great. Thomas, will the lounges in front of the Aqua Theater be available during an Aqua Theater show? Yes, we were actually in one. Jenna was working in there last night during one of the shows. The overlook remains open during the show. It's all enclosed. You can't see through from these pods over back into the Aqua Theater, I should say. Will it be posting a ship tour? Yes, probably tomorrow morning, maybe tonight, but probably tomorrow morning. Monty Love, can you change your reservation after final payment without a fee? No. We have time for a couple more questions. I got to head on out of here. Jeff, I love your videos and all your content. What can I do to support Royal Caribbean Blogs so the videos keep flowing? Great question, Jeff. Obviously, keep watching, but we do have the Royal Caribbean Blog Club, which you can join. It's below this. If you look below the video, there's a link there. It says join the club. If you're on an Android device, you might be able to join it within the app. But anyway, join the club. That's a great way to give back to what we're doing here. Thank you for the shameless plug, Jeff. Appreciate you. Go Bills. How is it taking a cruise in December, which is the winter? This is the popular time to go. Now, if you go in the first 2 weeks of December, it's going to be busy. I'm sorry. Strike that, reverse it. If you go in the first 2 weeks of December, it's not going to be very busy. You can actually get a great deal. The second half of the month, everyone and Jeff Burns' mother wants to go on that cruise. So it can be very expensive. But it's a great time. It's usually a lot cooler out than, a lot not as hot, I should say. So, yeah. Cheryl, 388 days till Voyager. Nice. Is there good food on Liberty of the Seas? Absolutely, yes. Desiree Hall is here. Hello, Desiree. Welcome. James, thank you for the super chat. I think Matt means like celebrity where you have all-inclusive. Thank you for the super chat. I don't think Royal Caribbean's ever going to do that. I don't think there's really an appetite for that among most Royal Caribbean cruisers. I would like it, but honestly, their problem was even on celebrity, other than the gratuities being included, which I did like, I was disappointed with everything else. The drinks that were included were very limiting. The internet was pretty terrible and useless. So I'm going to say I'm going to say I almost hope not, which is sad. I want gratuities to be included, but everything else does not need to be, quite frankly. Are there enough things to do at Labadee to make it worthwhile? I'm not really interested in paying more. Yeah, just hang out there. I think you'll have a great day without spending any money at Labadee. Is there sprinkles on Odyssey? Yes, there's free ice cream on Odyssey of the Seas. Absolutely. Oops, clicking on the wrong thing. How do you get separate keys if you put kids in their own room? Go to guest services, tell them what you're doing. They'll give you a spare key. No problem at all. Nikki, can solo cruisers sail without feeling awkward like being forced into group activities? 1,000% yes. Cruise is what you make of it. You can easily do your own thing. If you don't want anyone to ever talk to you, you'll have very few people ever talking to you, mostly crew members. So yeah, no, it's not like you're compelled to do anything on board a cruise ship. Did I buy the 100K chalice? I did not. Josh Carruthers, thank you for the super chat, buddy. 4 days till Miami. Can't wait to see you all. By the way, all the cool kids don't boycott Icon coverage. That's right. Absolutely. Thank you for your generosity, Josh. Can't wait to see you. Thomas, thank you for the super chat. Arctic cruises in the summer as the poles warm. I'd like to try every cruise at some point, but I think it'd be a great idea. But Royal Caribbean doesn't go there, so it almost certainly won't be a Royal Caribbean cruise. Can MEI Travel help me book a Royal Caribbean cruise? Absolutely, Dutch. Kelly Scalar is in the chat right now from MEI Travel, and I am sure that Kelly can help you out. James, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Doing my first transatlantic in April on Anthem, and tips on a park and cruise fly hotel or cheaper parking than the port. I don't like those places. What I don't like about them is that it's very limiting. The cost savings is not very high. I'd rather have the convenience of parking at the port. That being said, I don't have a recommendation for a hotel that offers that. But if it were me, I would just park at the port. Costs more, I get that, but it's so much more convenient, especially when the cruise is over, just to go home and not have to wait for a shuttle or anything like that. But hey, that's me. At my time, I value my time more than saving a couple bucks. Desiree, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. Tony, will the Aqua Show be ready for the inaugural sailing? They're saying yes. They've been working on it. Content. Brilliance is one of my favorites. I used to go on Brilliance like once a year when she was in Tampa, and I love Brilliance. It's a great ship. The ratings class in general is fantastic, but I really like Brilliance a lot. It's a very, very good choice. So I say definitely go for it. And last question is from Jamesy65. Are photos on Royal Caribbean ever worth buying? Yeah, if you get a great photo of your family, these are great keepsakes. I would say absolutely. Maybe not the photo of you, at Chops with some steak sauce dribbling down your shirt, but a quality posed photo on the promenade with a great backdrop can be worth it for many, many years. So there you go. All right, the internet's starting to go, and I got to go to dinner anyway. So appreciate you being here. Thank you for your support. We'll be back again next week right here on Icon of the Seas. Until then, have a great week, everybody. Stay safe out there. Do something fun. Big shout out to all of our super chatters and, of course, our blog club members. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Have a great week, everybody. We'll talk again soon. Bye, everyone.